Hey everybody, I am in cosplay. My hat is not hatting properly, and it is very, very noisy outside, and I do not know why it's so noisy. Hopefully, I'll be able to be picked up on the mic pretty well without everything else being picked up on the mic so well. Snorlax is just kind of chilling today. I had to move my entire setup because I'm in the process of moving, and it is super stressful, and I don't want to do it again anytime soon. So, this is going to be as chaotic as any other time. I am going to go ahead and get started here in just a minute or so. We are reading My Immortal, which is a Harry Potter fan fiction. If you have any other fan fictions you want us to read, let me know. If you have a particularly good and or bad one, please submit it because I am always down. And yes, I am drinking coffee at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. It's okay. It's all right. All right. So I'm still trying to figure out how to get this to be on the screen so you all can see it too. But we are learning that together. Welcome in, welcome in. Good to see everybody. I'm trying to make this less obnoxiously sized and it's not working. Welcome in, Glenn Travis. Good to see you as always. I guess I could just have it up to where it's on my my screen here. I do have my Discord open in case anybody wants to send me any fan fictions there. I will drop the link because that also allows you guys to check it out. Once you react to the rules, you'll be able to access the rest of it, so you'll be able to see where we are. We're actually starting with chapter 22 because we've read all the way through chapter 22, and I forgot what we last read. You don't know any fan fictions personally? That's okay. That's okay. I realize that as much as you all probably enjoy seeing my mug, you can't follow along as well. So what we're going to try to do is I'm going to turn on my screen capture and hopefully, oh, I will stop opening so many things. Hopefully you'll be able to see this. Hopefully this works. I don't know. Sorry about all that. Okay. So you should be able to see chat. You should be able to see the thing. I can no longer see myself. So if I'm out of frame or looking off to the side, I won't know. I will have no idea. This also gives everybody a chance to see exactly how bad the, and we are going to zoom in because I want you all to have the best experience with this. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Look at that. Look at that text size. Look at that spelling. Are you ready for it? Because I think I am. So, to anybody not familiar with My Immortal, the now infamous Harry Potter fanfiction, it does have a main character whose name is Ebony Dementia Darkness Ravenway. And she is the most Mary Sue of Mary Sues. She's a vampire. She's been tasked with like falling in, like she loves Draco, so she got tasked from Voldemort to kill him, and it didn't work. And then she was spied on by Lupin and Snape, who are gay but also pedophiles. It is the weirdest and craziest fanfiction, and it all has really terrible, terrible spelling, like this chapter here. You just see that little author's note there? Yeah, it's gonna be that bad the whole time. I'm so sorry. I hope everybody's ready for this, but I don't think you are, is the problem. I don't think anybody is ready for this, least of all me. But we ended this section because this section actually ends on chapter 22 and goes to chapters 23 through 44. We still have 22 more chapters to go. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and read this chapter again for anybody who's just now tuning in. You don't really need to know much more than I told you. Actually, that's not true. Okay, so you need to know that Neville is in Slytherin and is now a Satanist, and he goes by another name. Dracula, I think, was the name he went by. Ron is in Slytherin, and he goes by Diabolo instead of Diablo. Not sure. It's probably supposed to be Diablo. Maybe I'm pronouncing it wrong. I don't know. Hermione is in Slytherin, Her and Neville's parents both got like switched at birth kind of thing. She's actually a pureblood, but also a vampire, but also half these people are vampires, except for the person who's changed their name to vampire. It's a lot. Hermione now goes by Bloody Smith, or Bloody Mary Smith. Um, Harry is now named Vampire, and he's the only one in her fan fiction that has a sexy English accent. So we're just gonna have a fun time. We're just gonna have the most fun trying to keep all this straight because I've explained what I remember. So if I forgot something, we all forgot it. I'm so sorry. All right, chapter 22. Author's note. Fleming, okay, if you do not lick it, Fukov, I know it's Merster Norris. It's Raven's fault, okay? 1-1, you suck. No, just kidding, Raven. You fucking rocks preps suck. Yes, I am going to read it exactly as written to the best of my cognitive ability. And there's all these X's, 666, because they got to separate it, you know. All day, everyone talked about the misery of magic. Well, anyway, I woke up the next day. I was in my coffin, so I opened the door. I was wearing black, lacy leather pajamas. Then I gasped. Standing in front of me, where Bloody Mary, Vampire, Diabolo, Draco, Dracula, and Willow. I opened my crimson eyes. How did she see them if her eyes weren't? Also, didn't she have eyes like pools of limpid tears in the beginning? Now she got crimson eyes. Okay. Willow was wearing a tight black leather top with pictures of bloody roses all over it. Under that, she wart a black poofy skirt with lace on it and black gothic boots that was attached to the top. Vampire was wearing a baggy Simple Plan t-shirt and baggy black pants and Vans. Draco was wearing a black MCR t-shirt and Blake jeans and a leather jacket. He looked just like Gerard Way, and almost as fucking sexy. Vampire looked just like Joel Madden. Vampire being Harry Potter, by the way. Harry Potter. Harry Potter suddenly looks like Joel Madden. Bloody Mary was wearing a tight black poofy gothic dress that she had ripped so it showed of her clearage with a white apron that said Bic and other swear words and MCR lyrics on it, kind of like one dress I had seen Amy Lee wear once. Darkness, who is Jenny, I can only assume that means Jenny Weasley, but it's not spelled like Jenny, so it's Jenny, was there too. She was weaving a ripped gothic black dress with ripped stuff all over it and a lace-up top thing and black pointy boots. So were Crabbe and Goyle. It turns out that Darkness, Diablo, Crabbe, and Goyle's dad was a vampire. So, for anybody keeping count, that's Neville, Ron, Crabbe, and Goyle. Their dad was a vampire. He committed suicide by slitting his wrists with a razor. A vampire. He had raped them and stuff before, too. They all got so depressed that they became gothic and converted to Stanism. Stanism. Not Satanism, like we've heard the rest of the story. Stanism. Umufg. I yielded as I jumped up. Why the fuck are you all here? And Obi, something is really fucked up, Draco said. Okay, but I need to put on my fucking clothes on first, I shouted angrily. If I read it correctly, it's my brain trying to correct this. If I read it incorrectly, I'm following the text. It's alright. We have to go now, and you look kawaii anyway. You're so fucking beautiful, Draco said in a sexy voice. Oh, alright, I said, smiling. But you have to tell me why you're all being erective. I will, he said. So I just put on some black eyeliner, black lipstick, and red eyeshadow, and white foundation. Then I came. We all went outside the great hall and looked in from a window. A fucking prep called Brittany from Gryffindor was standing next to us. She was wearing a pink mini and a Hilary Duff t-shirt, so we put up our middle fingers at her. Inside the great hall, we could see Dumbledore. Cornelia Fudged was there shouting at Dumbledore. Doris Rumbridge was there too. "This cannot be!" she shouted angrily. "The school must be closed." "The Bark Lord is planning to kill the students," yelled Cornelia Fudge. Is that supposed to be a woman? I don't know. "You are not fit to be the principal any longer," yelled Rumbridge. "You are too old, and your Alzheimer's is dangerous. You must retry, or Voldemort will kill your students." Retry what? "Very well," Dumbledore said angrily. "But we cannot do this. We can't close the school. There's only one person who is capable of killing Voldemort." These are my angry eyebrows, in case anybody wants to know. "And her name is..." "Inoni, Darkness, Dementia, Raven, Way." Draco, Crabbe, Goyle, Darkness, Willow, Vampire, and Bloody Mary all looked at each other. I gasped. That is a lot of dots. And yes, for everyone's sake, if there's that many dots, we will be just pausing because it amuses me to do that. Look at this artwork. Look at this skyline. Oh man. Oh. This website is glorious. This is My Immortal Rehost. What they've done is they've taken all of the chapters that they could find and they've put them up. Allegedly, there's a chapter that, yes, My Immortal is the name of the fanfiction. Yep, infamously, it is named My Immortal. Yeah, she's very gothic and thinks that preps are losers and hates Hilary Duff because that's when this was popular, or when this was written, really. I don't know about popular. All right, chapter 23. Author's note: Dut de folk up bitches. Bickes. You're just jealous, cause I gut 10,000 revows. Thanks to Raven for the help in telling me about the books Gerlu Rock. Let's go shopping together. Sorry, together. Together ever? Forever ever? I don't think anybody will get that reference. It'll just be me. It's alright. Just put that one. It needs more RAR. It wasn't quite the RAR stage yet when this came out, I don't think. It was the, like, just before that stage where it was like, oh, everybody's super into Simple Plan and My Chemical Romance and all of this, and the whole, like, everything is kawaii. So that made a resurface. That part did make a resurface with the ooh-woos and all that. But yeah, no, back when this was written, kawaii was the thing. Like, oh, you look so kawaii. It was the whole thing. I should know. I lived it. I may be telling my age. You didn't get the reference? That's okay. Together. Huh? How does that thing go? I don't remember. It's part of a song, but I paraphrased. So. Ew. Redeemed hydrate. Wow. Oh, you did that earlier, and I forgot to. We're hydrating with coffee until we run out, and then I have some water in my water bottle. All right. The door opened, and Professor Rumbridge and Cornelia Fudge stomped out angrily. Then Dumbledum and Rumbridge sawed us. "Mr. Way, what the beep are you doing?" Rumbridge shouted angrily. Dumbledore blared at her. Oops, she made a mistake, he corrupted her. She means, hi, everybody, come in. Well, we all came in angrily, and so did all the other students. I sat between Darkness and Draco, and opposite Bloody Mary. Crabbe and Goyle started to make some morbid jokes. They both looked exactly like Villevolo. I ate some Count Chocula and drank some blood from a cup. Then I heard someone shooting angrily. How do you shoot angrily? Pow, 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 pow. I looked behind me. It was Vampire. He and Draco were shooting at each other. Vampire, Draco, what the fuck? I asked. You fucking bastard, yelled Draco at Vampire. I want to shit next to her. This next one doesn't tell me who. I'm assuming it's Vampire. So, no, I do, shouted. No, she doesn't fucking like you, you son of a bitch, yelled Draco. This is where you nope out? That was the thing? You can't nope out at that one. Come on now. Come on. You're made of stronger stuff, Glenn Travis. I believe in you. And then this one's Vampire, so it's a shitty British accent for me. No, fuck you, motherfucker. She loves me, not you, shouted Vampire. And then he jumped on Draco. Not in that way, you perv. Sorry, that way, you perv. They started to fight and beat each other up. Dumbledore yelled at them, but they didn't stop. All of a sudden, a terrible man with red eyes and no nose flew in on his broomstick. He had no nose, in case you didn't get that from the previous sentence, and was wearing a gray robe. All the glass in the window he flew through fell apart. Brittany, that fucking prep, started to cry. Vampire and Draco stopped fighting. I stopped eating. Everyone gasped. The room fell silent. There's alcohol in this coffee. I just need you guys to know that. Voldemort. Ebobby. Ebony. Darth Valor said evilly in his raspy voice. Oh, he's rasping now. Thou have failed your mission. Now I shall kill thou, and I shall kill Vampire as well. If thou does not kill him before, then I shall kill Draco too. Please, don't make me kill him, please, I begged. We don't know. To this day, nobody knows if this is satire or not. Because at the time, it was written as if it was completely straight-faced. There's some references later on past this chapter. There's allegedly a hacked chapter. There's all kinds of things. Tom Bombadil gets referenced at one point. But she means Tom Riddle, aka Voldemort, aka... Yeah, it's... I don't know what to tell you. I wish I could tell you, yes, for sure, it's satire. But we don't know. So... Why fuck up Darth Vader? It's 5 letters and L isn't close to D. It's Darth Valor. So that it's, hello, welcome in. If you have any other fan fictions for us, Celestia Ludenberg, bring it on. Because we are on chapter 20-something. I don't know what that was. It got censored. We're on chapter 20-something of My Immortal. And Glenn is having a hard time with the Darth Valor. It's okay, friend. It's okay. No, he laughed crudely. How do you laugh crudely? I don't know. Kill him, or I shall kill him anyway. And why not kill him anyway? Then he flew away cackling. I bust into tears. Bust? How do you bust into tears? Bust into tears. Draco and Vampire came to contort me. Suddenly, my eyes rolled up so they looked all cool and gothic. I had a vision where I saw some lighting flash and then Voldemort coming to kill Draco while Draco slit his wrist in a depressed way. No, I screamed sexily. Suddenly, I locked up and started having the vision, or stopped having the vision, sorry. Ebony, are you alright? Asked Draco in a worried voice. Yeah, I said sadly as I got up. Everything's alright, Ennaby, said Vampire, all sensitive. No, it's not, I shouted angrily. Tears of blood went down my face. I'm for good. What if I'm getting possessed like in The Ring 2? It's okay, girl, said Bloody Mary. Maybe you should ask Professor Sinister about what the visions mean, though. Okay, Bick. I said sadly, and then we went. Chapter 24. Author's note. Prips stip flaming distillery. You're just jealous, so fuck off. Go to hell, Raven Fangs for D-help. No, sorry, fags for D-help. I'm so used to there being an in that I automatically read it as fangs. That definitely says fags for D-help. Raven fags for D-help. For D-help. Four-dimensional. Got it. Okay. Well, we had deviation next, so I gotta ask Professor Trelawney about the visions. Konnichiwa, everybody, come in. Oh, she said this in Japanese. Has a Z, so it's totally cool. Got it. Konnichiwa. Everybody come in. I don't know how to say that part in a Japanese accent. I'm just gonna, the konnichiwa. Konnichiwa. Everybody come in, said Professor Sinister in Japanese. She smelled at me with her gothic black lipstick. She's the coolest fucking teacher ever. She had long, dead black hair with blood red tips and red eyes. Her mom was a vampire. She's also Hev Japanese, so she speaks it and everything. She and Bloody Murray get along great. So canonically, no. But I guess in this world, they get along great. Like a cheese grater. Actually, that kind of makes sense. They get along like a cheese grater. So they like, the Z makes it chill. Like a cheese grater. So, you know, irritating and just skinning each other alive. Okay, that got weird. She's really young for a teacher. Today, she was wearing a black leather top with red lace and a long gothic black ripped dress. We went inside the black classroom with pastors of Emily the Strong. Posters? Also, pretty sure it was Emily the Strange. But she's Emily the Strong. She likes strong, buff women, I guess. I raised my hand. How do you raise your hand? Okay. I was wearing some black nail polish with red pentagrams on it. What is it, Ebony? She asked. Hey, I love your nail polish. Where'd you get it? Hot Topic? Yeah, I answered. All the preps who didn't know what HT was gave me weird looks. I gave them the middle finger. Well, I have to talk to you about some things. When do you want to do it? How about now? She asked. Okay, I said. Okay, class fucking dismissed everyone, Professor Trelawney said, and she let everyone go. Except for you, Brittany. She pointed to Brittany and some other preps. Please do exorcise, get it, 1 on page 3. Okay, I'm having lots of visions, I said in a worried voice. I'm so worried, is Draco going to die? She didn't say that as she was saying it, she just, you know. Well, she gave me a black crypto ball to lock in. Lock it in. I looked at it. What do you see? She asked. I said I see a black gothic skull and a pentagram. Suddenly, there was a knock at the door. I looked at it. It was Draco. He was looking really sexy, wearing a black leather facet, a black gothic Linkin Park t-shirt, and Blake Congress shoes. Congress shoes, everybody! Instead of Converse, probably. Okay, you can go now. See ya, cunt, said Professor Sinister. Bye, bitch, I said, waving. What? I went to Draco and Vampire was sitting next to him. We both followed Draco together and I was so exhibited. I'm on display. Exhibited. Exhibit what? Chapter 25? I don't know. Author's note, stop flaming, okay? If you not, then I'll tell Justin to bet you up, and I'll tell all the nerds to put riches in your computer. Fuck you, Raven Fangs for D-help. See? Fangs. See? Okay, so if they don't stop flaming her, she's gonna tell Justin, whoever that is, to beat them up, and tell nerds to put, I'm assuming, viruses into their computers. That's a hell of a threat. I was so excited. I followed Draco, wondering if we were going to do it again. Isn't Harry Potter with you? Okay. We went outside and then we went into Draco's black car. Ebony, what the fuck did Professor Trelawney say? Whispered Draco. Oh, sorry, he's whispering. Ebony, what the fuck did Professor Trelawney say? Whispered Draco, potting to his gothic wit hand with black nail polish on mine. She said she would tell me what the visions meant tomorrow, I grumbled in a sexy voice. At what point did she say that? At what point did she say that to you, Ebony? Because she didn't say that. All right, okay. I grumbled in a sexy... She said she would tell me what the visions meant tomorrow. I grumbled in a sexy voice. How do I make that sexy? I don't know. Y'all just gonna have to pretend that that was sexy. He took out a heroin cabaret and spiked it and gave it to me to spork. What? Now maybe it's the lack of being a heroin user. But what the fuck does that mean? He started to fly the car into a tree. We went to the top of it. Draco put on some MCR. So, where did Vampire go? He was with them. Sorry, Harry Potter. He was with them. Where did he go? What did he do? He has disappeared. The monstrosity of this thing. All right. Uh-oh. All right. I'm not going to sing these lyrics despite knowing exactly how they go because anyway, and all the things that you never ever told me and all the smiles that are ever going to haunt me, saying Gerard's sexy voice. We started tilling of each other's clothes fervently. He took of my black thong and my black leather bar. She had a bar, it was leather, she took it off. I took of his black boxers. Then he put his trobbing you-know-what in my tool sexily. Isn't that just the hottest thing you ever read, chat? His trobbing you-know-what in my tool. Might be a hammer, thinking a wrench, maybe. For good, Draco, Draco, I screamed, having an orgasm. You're dripping right now. Perfect. We stated Frenching passively. Passively. Blah, blah, blah. Suddenly, I fell asleep. I started having a dream. In it, a black guy was shooting two gothic men with long black hair. No, please don't fucking kill us, they pleaded, but he just kept shooting them. He ran away in a red car. No, my fucking god, I shouted in a scared voice. Your dude is moist. The moistest. Wow. Yes, please confirm that for us, Glenn. We need empirical evidence. No, we don't. We don't need empirical evidence. Scratch that from the record. Scratch that from the record. We don't need empirical evidence, please. Ebony, what's wrong? Draco asked me as I woke up, opening my icy blue eyes. Okay, they were crimson 3 chapters ago. Am I the only one who remembers that? They were crimson just a couple chapters ago. Now they're icy blue again. Also, they're banging, right? They're fucking each other. And they start making out really passive and she falls asleep. I'm assuming while he's still... Yes, please go have dinner with your family. It's far more wholesome than this monstrosity. Enjoy your dinner. Yeah, no, you definitely can't play this around them. But that's okay. The VOD will go up on YouTube in about a week. And then you can rewatch all of this nonsense. And it will be great. But yeah, I assume he was still going and then asked her what was wrong. Or maybe her dream happened so fast that he had time to, like, stop and be like, whoa, what's wrong? Which, if so, good on him. If not, Anyway, I started to cry, and tears of blood went down my face. I told Draco to call Vampire. He did it with his Blake Lickin Park mobile. So there's mobiles now. But the worst thing was who the people were shot in the dream where... Lucian and Sirius. What? Who are these people? Chapter 26. Author's note. Prebs stip flaming st stree. Okay? If you do not like the story, then go fuck yourself, you fucking prep. You suck. Oh, why? And I wasn't being racist, okay? She wasn't being racist. Y'all can't call her racist. She wasn't being racist. A few mutates later... What? Vampire came to the tree. He was wearing a Blake leather Jackson. What? Black leather pants and a good Charlotte t-shirt. Hi, Vampire, I said flirtily as I started to sob. Wow, that's... Hi, Vampire. Draco hugged me sexily. Triumph to confront me. I started to cry tears of blood. Wasn't she already crying tears of blood? Didn't that just happen? And told them what happened. Oh, fuck it, Vampire said, shouted angrily. He started to cry sadly. What fucking dick did that? I don't know, I said. Now come on, we have to tell Dumbledore. We ran out of the tree and into the castle. Dumbledore was sitting in his office. Sarah, our dads have been shot. Okay, first of all, Sirius is not his dad. Does this author know that? I don't know. Draco said while we whipped, I don't know. Some tears from his white face. We whipped them? What? Okay. And Obi had a vision in a dream. I have no idea. I'm probably not. Dubeladre started to cockle. And how do you expect me to know Ebony's not divisional? I glared at Dumbledore. Look, motherfucker, he said angrily as Dumbledore gasped. See, is that toot of character? You know very well that I'm not decisional. Now get some fucking people out there to look for Ceres and Lucian. Pornto. Okay, he said in an intimated voice. An intimated voice. Where are they? I thought about it. Then all of a sudden, Longdon, I said. I told him which street. He went and called some people and did some stuff. After a few missed tunes, he came back and said people were going out looking for them. After a while, someone called him again. He said that they had been found. Draco, Vampire, and I all left to our rooms together. I went with Draco to wait in the nurse's office while Vampire went to slit his wrists in his room. We looked at each other's gothic, depressed eyes. Then we kissed. Suddenly, Sirius and Lucian came in on stretchers. And Professor Sinister was behind them. Chapter 27, Vampires Will Never Hurt You. Author's note. You know what? I do not give a fuck what you prebs think about me. Right? So stop flaming the fucking story because thanks to Raven for your love and sport and help. I love you, girl. Saws I couldn't update. Lol, I was really depressed and I slimmeriz. I had to go to the hospital, Raven, you rock girl. What? What? Girl, what? Girl, what? There's some things you just don't put on the internet. That might be one of them. There's a lot of lore. So much lore. Her and Raven weren't friends anymore, so like Raven's character died, but then she came back and we just pretended like she never died. It was a whole thing. Everyone in the room started to cry happily. I had saved them. Draco, Lucian, Sirius, Bond Vampire all came to hug me. The nurse started to give them medicine. So she doesn't know anything about Harry Potter. She doesn't know anything about medicine. They had been shot, I assume. So I don't think they're going to be able to sit up and hug you. They also would not have come to the Hogwarts nursing rooms. They would have gone to the hospital, maybe. Okay. Come on, Ebony. Come on, Ebony. Yeah, that was a command. We gotta do it, chat. We gotta. Yep. Sorry. Please don't. Please don't. Professor Sinatra. She was wearing a gothic black leather dress with a corset top and real vampire blood on it, and fucking black platinum boots. I have to tell you, the fucking perdition. I locked at Lucian, Seraphs, Drake, and Vampire. Where did Drake come from, and where does Seraphs come from? They nodded. I smelled happily and went into a dark room. I had changed Professor Sinister, took out some black cards. Okay. She started to look into a black crucible ball. She said, Tara, I see Drac times are near. Who the hell is Tara? Allegedly, it's the author's name. She said badly. She peered into the balls. You see, you must go back in time. She took out a time toner, like Bloody Mary had. When Voldemort was in Hogwarts, before he became powerful, he got his hearth Borkin. Now, do you think he would still become Voxemort if he was in love? What in the Kingdom Hearts? I shook my head. You must go back in time and seduce him. It is the only way. If he is still evil, then you must kill him. You can come to my room tomorrow, and you can do it. Okay, I said sadly. Den we death touch sin. You did what? We went outside again. I went outside again, sadly. What fucking happened? Asked Draco and Vampire. Oh, I guess there's like an undercurrent of an accent. Yeah, what happened? Asked Darkness, Willow, and Bloody Mary. Boldy Mary? I was about to tell them, but everyone was there. They were celebrating Lucian and Sirius being fond. Everyone was proud of me, but I just wanted to talk to Draco. They were cheesing my name, and some reporters were there trying to interview Dumbledore. A banner was put up. Lots of fucking preps were there, obviously trying to be gothic, wearing the HIM symbol on their hands, despite them not having actually heard of him. Even Mr. Norris looked happy. A black and red cake had been brought out. Crab and Goik set up some fireworks in the shape of skulls from Wesley's Wizard Wises. What? I put on my invisibility cloak with Vampire and Draco, and we sneaked outside together. Because she has an invisibility cloak. In case you doubted that. Chapter 28. Author's note. I said stop gulflaming the story. It was a miscat when Professor Rory said that. Okay. Go to fucking hell. You sucks. Fangs to Philly for the help. Raven, have fun with Kiwi. We went into a Blake room. The walls were Blake, with portraits of gothic bands, Lick, MCR, GC, and Marlon Mason all over them. A big black coffin was in the middle. Red velvet lined the black box. There were 3 chairs made of bones with real skulls in them. I was wearing a black corset bar with purple stuff on it, fishnet stockings, and a black leather thong underneath. Did you strip? What is happening? When did she change into this stuff? I sat down one of the chairs dispersedly. So did Draco and Vampire. Are you okay? Vampire asked, potting his alabastered hand on mine. He was wearing black nail polish. I was wearing blick nail polish with red glosses on it. Yeah, I guess, I said sadly. Draco also put his hand on mine sexily. I smiled sadly with my bleak lipstick. The problem is... I have to seduce Voldemort. There goes that Kingdom Hearts shit again. I'll have to go bake in time. Draco started to cry sadly. Vampire hugged him. It's okay, Bobby, he said finally. But what about me? You're not gonna break up or anything, are you? Of course not, I gasped. Really? He asked. Sure, I said. We Frenched sexily. Vampire looked at us longingly. So are they like a poly couple or like a triad going on here? I don't know. Then, wow. Wow. All right, right in front of Vampire. Okay. I took off Draco's MCR t-shirt and seductively took of his pants. He was hung like a stallone. He had replaced the vampire tattoo that said ebony on it. Black roses were around it. I gasped. He looked exactly like Gerard Way. Vampire took a video camera. I had said it was okay before. I took of my clothes, then we were in for the ride of our life. We started Frenching as we climbed into the coffin. He put his Spock in my you-know-what, and passively we did it. Passively. Passively. Does that mean, like, they just, like, sat there and, like, Vampire rocked the coffin so it, like, shook them? It's the only thing I can think of. I love you, Bobby. Oh, let me feel you. I need to feel you, he screamed as we got an orgasm. We watched Vampire filmed everything perfectly. Suddenly... Oh, we're in for a lot of, like, dots. We're in... So many ellipses are about to happen. What the fuck are you doing? It was... Snope and Professor McGoggle. Chapter 29. Remember, there's 44. Author's note. Sot das fuck up. Just jellos, cause your prebs, so fuck you. Raven, you rock girl, fangs forward to help. MCR rocks 666. Wow. Okay. Oh my Satan, we screamed as we jumped out of the coffin. Snap and Professor McGoonaggle started to shoot at us angrily. Come now. They just did. Preacher McGonagall yielded. We did guiltily. You came guiltily? Yikes. We left the room putting on our clothes. Snoop garbed the caramel and put it in his pocket. Hey, what the fuck? Vampire shooted angrily. Psh, psh, psh. Yeah, Buster. What the fuck are you going to do with the fucking camera? Draco demanded, all protective, looking at me longly with his gothic red eyes. Look, Dumbledore knows your little secret, and if you do this again, then you will go to St. Mango's. So give back to camera. Ha 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 ha. The mystery of Mojic thinks he is crazy. There is no way Day will believe him. Snoop laughed meanly. Yes, so shut your mouth, you innocent fools, yelled Professor McGoggle. What? She made us come into a weird room with white stones all around it. That's a weird place to... Okay. There were all these weird tools in it. Draco started to cry, all sexy and sexative. Get it? Because he's a sex bum. Lol, Tom Felnut rules for life, but not as... Muzz as Gerard, your sex on legs. I love you, you fucking rocks, marry me. Uh, I started to cry tears of blood. It happens in Vampire Chronicles. Raven said, so, okay, so fuck you. Chronicles? Okay. Vampire took out a black handkerchief and I started to wipe my red eyes. They're red again. Okay, all right. And then he and Snoop both took out guns using magic. They started to shoot each other angrily. None of the ballots got on each other yet. I took out my wand. Crocio, I shouted. Snap stated to scram. He dropped the gun, but it was too late. Both of them had run out of ballots. I stopped the curse. Sorry. I stopped the curse. Professor McGoggle did a spell so that we were all chained up. She took out a box of tools. Then she said, okay, Service, I'm going to go now. She left. Snap started to laugh evilly. Vampire started to cry. It's okay, Inobi, said Draco. Evergreen will be all right. Remember the sitio you took of Snake. Snape laughed again, and then he took out some whips. What is happening? What is happening? What is happening? I am... Hydrate. Are you sure? Are you sure that this story requires hydration? I feel like I should just be chugging Mountain Dew and Chains and Whips Excite You. Wow. One hydrate for Glenn. And one for Cube. Ugh, that one choked me up a little bit. Alright, chapter 30. It is really warm in here. I might take a break so I can turn on the AC. We'll see. Chapter 30. Author's note. Stop flamming the story, okay? You do not know what's even gonna happen, okay? So, full you. If you flam, you will be a prep. So all flammers can kiss my ass. Sus for saying Alzheimer's is dangerous, but that's the mystery's opinion, cause society basically sucks. Thanks to Raven, you rock big. No! 1-1, we scream sadly. Snap started loafing meanly. He's loafing. He's just like, I don't know. He took out a camera anvil. Then he came towards Darko. He took some stones out of his pocket. He put the stones around Draco and knit a candle. What the fuck are you doing? I shooted angrily. Snoop laughed meanly. He pulled down his pants. I gasped. There was a dork mark on his you-know-what. He waved his wand and a knife came out. He gave the knife to me. You must stab Vampire, he said to me. If you don't, then I'll rap Draco. His name is Draco. He rhymes with Mako. I don't know how to rap, so this should just be okay-o. No, you fucking Bastrad, I yielded. But then Draco looked at me sadly with his evil gothic red eyes that looked so depressant and sexy. He looked exactly like a pentagram. Lol, get it? Because I'm a Satanist? Between Kurt Cobain and Gerard. But then I looked at Vampire, and he looked so smexy too, with his gothic black hair. I thought of the time when we screwed, and the time I did it with Draco, and Dumbledore came, and the time where Draco almost committed suicide, and Vampire was so sportive. Snipe laughed angrily. He started to pray to Voldemort. He started to do an incapacitation, dancing around the Stokes, whipping Draco and Vampire. Suddenly, an idea I had. I closed my eyes and using my vampire powers, I sent a telepathic message to Draco and Vampire so they would destruct Snape. What? Using my vampire powers, I sent a telepathic massage. Hi, Suo. Welcome to the nonsense. Ebony has just revealed never seen before vampire powers that allow her to send telepathic massages to Draco and Vampire so they would destruct Snape. Yep. Oh yeah, we're in it. We're in it to win it. We are having a time. Just having a time. Wow, 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 wow. And I am sweating my entire face off. Give me just a second. I should wait until we get to the dots to do all this texting I need to do real quick. So, burning your mouth with hot food. Oh no. That's not good. I wish you better than that. Alright, let's try this again. You can't wait. Nice. Dumbledore will get you, Draco shooted. Yeah, just wait till the mystery finds out, Vampire yelled. Meanwhile, I took out my wand. I'm pretty sure she's supposed to be chained up. Like, all three of them got chained up by Professor McGonagall, which I assume is Professor McGonagall. You ridiculous donderhead. Snoop yielded. He took off all of Draco's clothes, just as he was about to rape him. Crocio, I shitted. Shitted? I don't know. Pointing my wound. Wound, okay. Snoop screamed and started running around the room screaming. Meanwhile, I grabbed my black mobile and sent a text to Sirius. I stopped doing Crucio. It's not even the spell you cast, but okay. You dunderhead, I'm going to kill, shooted Snape, but suddenly, Cerberus came. Cerberus. Does the author think these are two different names for two different people? So, right? Considering that she named Sirius like 14 different ways. He was Seraphs, he was Sirius, he was everything except for Sirius. And she said that he was Vampire's dad. I really don't know. Yeah. 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 Okay. Snake put the whip behind his back. Oh, hello, Sev. I was just teaching them something, he lied. But suddenly, Lucian, instead of Lucius, and Professor Trelawney, came into the room, and they and Sirius unlocked the chains and put them around Snap. The smelling. Yep, so much smelling. Then Professor Trevorry said, come on, Ebony, let's go. For the record, Professor Trelawney, look, see, she's even got you misspelling. Professor Trelawney in this story is half vampire, half Japanese. The most we know about that is that she said konnichiwa. So, okay, chapter 31 out of 44. We're going to finish this tonight, chat. We're going to do it. Author's note, I said shut the fuck up, you... Keefs? Is that supposed to be queefs? Is she calling them queefs? Quefs? I don't know. Stop killing Ebony and Mary Sue, okay? You do not even know what's going to happen, okay? So fuck you. Thanks to my Biff Ravin for the help. Yep. The dumbness is coming for you. Hey, look, she spelled Voldemort right. Okay. I always knew you were on Voldemort's side, you son of a bitka. Buffy rocks. What the hell is a bitka? They just gave up right there. Yeah, Voldemort is finally spelled right. Sirius said to Snape, "No, I am not. I was teaching them something." Snap clammed. Clammed? How do you clam? Do you just like fold in on yourself? Like, how do you clam? Oh, fucking yeah. I took some Blick Volremortiserum. Volremortiserum. That's not even how you spell it, though. It's Veritaserum. Out of my pocket and gave it to Cerberus. He made Snap Durnket. Durnket, chat. Durnket right up. He did Aaron Grilly. Then Luscious took out a tape recorder and started playing with it while he did some curses on Snap. Then Professor Sinister. Sinestra? I think they have Trelawney and Sinestra, like. Alright. And Lucian made us get out with them while Snape told his secreties. Told his secreties. You want to redo the whole story? I mean, I think I have that book. It might be packed away, but it's called The Cursed Child, which reads a lot like this, but with grammar. I don't know if you've read it yet. I was real tempted to read it on the chat. That would be It reads like this. There's time travel mentioned earlier. That was a thing. We haven't even got to the actual time travel, but we've mentioned time travel. All right, let's see. Lucian took Vampire and Draco to the nurse after thanking me a million times. Professor Travolry took me to a dark room. Oh look, it's the thing. Now I was going to go back in time to seduce Voldemort. Look, it's that fucking Kingdom Hearts shit again. Moving posters of MCR and Nirvana were all over. Hermione, oh shit, she's not Bloody Mary in this one second. Hermione, Darkness, and Willow came too. Bloody Mary gave me a Blake bag from Tom Ridd's store. So in this version, Tom Riddle is a totally separate character from Voldemort. Tom Riddle owns a store that's basically Hot Topic. He goes by Tom Ridd. All right. Okay. As long as we're on the same page. What's in the bag? Sorry. I asked Professor Travolry. You will see, she said. I opened the bag. In it was a sexy, tight, low smut, black leather gothic dress. It had red corset stuff, and there was a slit up the leg. I put it on. My friends helped me put on Blake fishnets and Blake pointy boots Willow had chosen. Willow and Darkness helped me put on black eyeliner and blonde red lipstick. You look fucking kawaii, bitch, Bloody Mary said. Fangs, I said. Okay, now you're going to go back in Tim, said Professor Sinister. You will have to do it in a few sessions. She gave me a Blake gun. I put it in a strap on my fishnets, like in Redisnet Evil. That took me a few tries. Then she gave me a black time turner. Oh yeah, yeah. They have whole ass magic. And just, here's a gun. You know, like people said in the memes that, oh, Harry Potter would have been so short if only they had guns. Well, this proves that it's not. This is 44 chapters. Guns do not shorten anything. They're still magic. Anyway, a strap on the fishnets like in Resident Evil. Sorry, Resident Evil. After an hour, used a time turner to go back here, Professor Trelvori said. Then she and Bloody Mary put a pensive in front of me. Everyone went in front of it. Good luck, everyone shooted. Drac S and Willow gave me the death's touch sin. What? Then, oh, you're never going to guess what she does next. I jumped sexily into defensive. Just jumped it. Like you gotta stick these out, this out, just stick it all out. Sexy, all right? Suddenly, I was in front of Tess School. In front of me was one of the sexiest goth guys I had ever seen. He was wearing lock black hair. He was wearing it? How? Kinda like Mikey Way, only black. He had gren eyes like Billy Joe Armstrong and pale white skin. He was wearing a black ripped up suit with Vans. It was... I wish this was vodka. Tom Bombadil. For anybody who doesn't know, Tom Bombadil is from The Lord of the Rings. He's a little hobbit man. Maybe. He might also be a wizard. I don't know, and clearly neither does this author. Chapter 32. Author's note, I said stop flamming. I know his name isn't Tom Bodil. That was a mistake. If you'd not lick the story, then you can go screw yourself. You sucks. Hi, I said flirtily. I'm Inobi Way, the new student. I shook my pale hands with their blick noil polish with him. The name's Tom, he said. But you can call me Satan. That's my middle name. We shook hands, sorry. Well, come on, we have to go upstairs, Satan said. I followed him. Hey, Satan. Do you happen to be a fan of Grinday? Since MCR and Evine Zens don't exist yet, Den, I asked. Oh my fucking god, how did you know? Satan gasped. Actually, I like GC a lot too. Get it? Because GC did that song, I Just Want to Live, that sounded really 80s. I'm good, me too, I replied happily. Guess what? They have a concert in Hogsmeade, Satan whispered. Hogsmeade? I asked. Yeah, that's what they used to call it in these times before it became Hogsmeade in 2000. Right, but how does he know that? He told me all secretively. And there's a really cool shop called Hot Topic, I finished happily again. He frowned confusedly. No, it's called Hot Issue. He smiles critically again. Then in 1998, they changed it to Hot Topic, he moaned. How does he know that? Oh, now everything was making sense for me. It shouldn't. So is Dumbledore your principal? I shouted. Why is she shouting that? Uh-huh, he looked at his black nails. I'm in Slytherin. I'm a fagush, me too. I shrieked. Oh my gosh, me too! I shrieked. That's the only thing I can think of. Shrieked. You go to the skull? Get it, because I'm gothic? He asked. Yeah, that's why I'm here. I'm new. I smelled happily. Suddenly, Dumbledore flew in on his broomstick and started shredding at us angrily. No talking in the halls! He had short blonde hair and was wearing a polo shirt from American Ogle Outfitters. Stupid goths! Satan rolled his eyes. His so mean to us goths and punks just because we're in Slytherin and we're not preps. I turned around angrily. Actually, I think maybe it's because you're the Bark Lord. What the fuck? He asked angrily. Oh, nothing, I said sweetly. Then suddenly, the floor opened. Oh my fucking no! I screamed as I fell down. Everyone looked at me weirdly. It was all in quotations. I didn't know what to do. Hey, where are you going? Satan asked as I fell. I got out of the hole, and it was Bake in the pensive in Professor Trelawney's classroom. Dumbledore was there. Dumbledore, I think I just met you, I said. Oh yeah, I remember that, Dumbledore said, trying to be all gothic. Sinister came in. Hey, this is my classroom. Wait, what the fuck, Nobi? What the hell are you doing? I looked at her. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. What the hell? How? I screamed, forgetting she was a teacher for a second. But she's a goth, so it's okay. Professor Sinister looked sad. I was drinking Voldemort serum. What? She started to cry black tears of depression. Dumbledore didn't know about them. Hey, are you crying tears of blood? He asked curiously, touching a tear. Fuck off, we both said, and Dumbledore took his hand away. Professor Sinister started crying again in her chair, sobbing limpid tears. I'm a forget, Anobi. I think I'm addicted to Voldemort serum. What? Author's note. See, you fucking prebs, go fuck yourselves. That's serious issues. 2-0. Go to hell. Chapter 33. Author's note. I said shut up. It's not my fault, okay? If you don't like the story, then you're a prep, so fuck you, Flimers. I'm not updating up till you give me 5 god reviews. And this time I mean it. You suck, Fangs Raven, for D-help. I promise to help you with your story, lols. Oh my fucking god, I shooted sadly. Oh, sorry, sadly. Should we get you 2 St. Mangas, bitch? Hell no, she said. Listen, Agagi, I need your help. Next Tim you go back in Tim, do you think you could ask Tom Andor son for some help? Sure, I said sadly. I went outside the door. Draco was there. He was wearing a big black GC t-shirt, which was his pajamas. Bananas. It was his Panamas. It was his Panamas. He's wearing it as his Panamas. Hi, sexy, I said. How'd it go, Anobi? He asked. His voice was so sexy and kind of low, kind of like Gerard Way when he's talking. Pananamanamanas. Fine, I responded. We started to go back into dorm. How far did you go with Satan? Draco asked jealously. Not too far, lol, I borked. Bork. Will you have to do it with him? Draco asked angstily. I hop not too far, I shouted angrily. Then I felt bad for shooting at him. I said sorry. We Frenched. Blah. What happened to Snipe? I growled. You will see, Draco giggled mistressly. He opened a door. Snap and Lumpkin wers there. Sirius was pockering dem by staging dem with the black niff. What? What? No blues, Lumpkin bagged as Sirius started to suck his blood. I laughed statistically. I talked some photons of him and Snap bing torqued. Okay, I know dis is men, but think about it, they people, they are pedos, and Snap tried to rap them, and Niue sadists rock. Has anyone seen Shrek Attack 3? What? Lols. We took some of Snipe's blood. Then Draco and I went back to our rooms. We sat on my gothic black coffin. My clothes were kinda dritty, so I put on the black leather outfit thingy, kinda like the one Sue Len has in Underworld. If you haven't heard of it, then fuck you. I definitely hadn't. Okay. Alright, let's find out together, chat. Celine Underworld? Okay, right? Images, something. Okay, it's this black tight outfit. Leather bodysuit, corset. Got it. Okay. Following along. Thanks, Ebony. I mean, Tara. I mean, whatever her name is. Alright. I put on some Blake platform high heels. Darko put on Desolation Livers by MCR. Den we started to take of each other's clauses. I talk of his shit. And then he had a six-pack, lols. We started to mac out like in The Grudge. He pot his wetness in my you-know-what sexily. I got an orgy. Oh, Draco. Oh, me fucking good Draco. I screamed passively as he got an erucation. I love you, Tebury. Tebury is her name. He whispered sexily, and then we fell as pleep. Lol. What is with all the lols? There's a lot of random lols. Like, are you doing it on purpose at this point? Because you just putting lol everywhere. I'm gonna assume that maybe you are doing this on purpose. Alright. We got 10 more chapters to go. Alright, let's do this. Chapter 34. Author's note. Shot de folk up prebs. Have you even read this story? You are probably al just prebs and posseres. So fuck you, fangs to Raven for the help. I woke up in the coffin the next day. Draco was gone. I got up and put on a Blake tight sexa dress that was all ripped at the end. There was red corset stuff going up the front and the back, and it came up to my knees. Okay. There was a slit in the dress, lick in Mr. and Mrs. Simpth. Mr. and Mrs. Simpth. I put on ripped Blake fishnets and Blake Stilton boots. Suddenly, Sorius cocked on the door. I opened it. That was not opened it, I opened it. Okay. Hi, Ebony, he said. Guess what? We have to come to Professor Sinister's office. I mean, I'm sure there's weirder things to come to, but okay. Okay, I said in a depressed voice. I had wanted to fuck Draco, or maybe listen to MCR, or Evonne's sense. I came anyway. So what the fuck happened to Snipe and Lupin? I asked Sorius flirtily. Did she just flirt with everybody? I mean, here she is flirting with Sirius Black, who in this story is apparently the father of Harry Potter, who's also known as Vampire. She's just flirting with everybody. Just flirting. I fucking tortured them, he answered in a statistic way. They are in Abkhazian now. Lol. I laughed evilly. Where are Draco and Vampire? I muttered. They are excused from school today. Sodomize moaned sexily. What is his name? What did she say? Right now, they are watching The Nightmare Before Xmas. We went into the office. Professor Sinister was there. She was wearing a gothic Blake dress that was ripped all over. It kinda lick the one Amy Lee wears in this pic. Pic not included. She was drinking some Volzemort serum. All right. Okay. She took out the pensive and the time torner. Anobi, you will have to do another session now. Also, I need you to get me the cure for being addicted, she said sadly. Good luck, Fangs. And then I jumped into the pensive again. Suddenly I looked around. I was in the great hall eating Count Chorkula. It was morning. I was sitting next to Satan. On a table was a tall, gothic man with long Blake hair, pale skin, and blue eyes, wearing a suit and black Converse shoes. He looked just like Charlene Manson. I noticed he was drinking a portent. Who's he? I asked. Oh, that's Professor Slutborn, Satan said. He's the portent's teacher. Ebony? Yeah, I asked. Did you know that Marilyn Manson is playing in Hogsmeade tonight? And they are showing the exercise at the movies before that? Yeah? Well, want to go to the contort and the movie with me? Chapter 35, Ghost of You. Thanks to Suzie for the idea. You rock. Fucks off preps. Thanks to Raven for D help. You rocks girl. P.S. I'm gong to end the story really soon, so fuck you. Oh yeah, and if you know any Gothic names, please tell me, cause I need one for serious Fangs. Okay, I went into the conmen room thinking of Satan. Suddenly, I gasped. This part's gonna be fun. Okay. Draco was there. I grasped. Grasped what? He looked as hot as ever, wearing black leather pants, a black Lonkin Prack t-shirt, and black eyeliner. I just need to say that if this is the edited version that Raven helped her with, what the fuck did it look like before? Because what is she helping this girl with? What is happening? Draco, what the fuck are you dong? I ghost. Huh? He asked. Then I remembered. It wasn't Draco. It was Lucan. He still had 2 arms. I don't remember him losing an arm in this story. Like, at no point did Lucius Malfoy lose an arm in this universe. So what do you mean he still had 2 arms? Really? You don't say. Did he grow an arm? Did he lose an arm? Did I miss something? Oh, hi, Lucian, I said. I'm Ebony, the new student. Lol, we shook hands. Yeah, Satan told me about you. About me. Lucian said. He pointed to a group of sexy gothic guys. They were sitting in a corner cutting. It was Sirius, Vampire's dad, and Snap. All of them were wearing black eyeliner and good Shreloot band shirts. Listen, I'm in a goth band with those guys, he said. We're playing tonight at the Marilyn Manson show as backup. Orally? I asked. Yeah, he said. We're called Blick Tier. Sorry, X-Blick X-Tier. I play together. Spartacus plays the drums, he said, pointing to him. Snap plays the bass, and James plays the guitar. To even foe, we call him Samaro, after Samara in the ring. Was that even out at this point? Hey, bastards, I told them. They gave me death touch sin. Suddenly, I gasped again. But don't you have a lead singer? I asked. Lucian looked down, Dawn sadly. We oozed to, but she did. She contemplated suicide by slitting her wrist. Oh my fucking god! That's so fucking sad. I gasped. Yeah, it is fucking sad. I am not reading this word. We are going to pretend this word doesn't exist. We are going to put what she actually meant, and that is just going to be that. It's okay, but we need a new lead singer, Samaro said. Well, I said I'm in a band myself. Really? Asked Snap. I couldn't believe it. He used to be gothic. Yeah, we were called Bloody Gothic Rose 666. Do you want to hear me sing? Yeah, said everyone. So the guys talk out their guitars. They began to pay a song by, get it? Cause by guys are so sexa. Gurnday. I walk this empty street on the boulevard of broken dreams. I sang sexily. I do not own the lyrics to that song. I even doubt those are the lyrics. At that point, can you even call those lyrics? Everyone gasped. And not be, will you join the band, please? Begged Lucian, Samaro, Sirius, and Snap. Okay. I shrugged. Are we going to play tonight? Yeah, they said. Okay. I said, but I knew that I had to get a new outfit. I walked outside wondering how I could go forward in time. Suddenly, someone jumped in front of me. It was Morty McFly. He was wearing a black bnad t-shirt and black baggy jeans. What the hell are you doing here? I asked. I will help you go frawad in Tim, Anobi, he said seriously. Then he took out a black Tim machine. I went into it and suddenly I was forward in time. Sorry, in Tim. Chapter 36. I said stop flaming, okay? Splamming, sorry. I bet you are probably old 70-year-olds. P.S. Potter says you're a prep. Oh yeah, and thanks to Raven for D-help. Have fun in Anglond Girl. Chad, I'm so tired. I looked around in a depressed way. Suddenly I saw Professor Sinister, Bloody Mary, Socrates, and Draco, Vampire, and Willow were there too. Omafaga, Sorius, I saw you and Samaro and Snape and everyone. I can't believe Snape used to be gothic. Yeah, I know, Sirius said sadly. Hey there, bitch, Professor Trelawney said in an emo voice. Drinking some Volcerserum? Hi, fucker, I said. Listen, Satan asked me to go to a gothic cornet and a movie, so I need a sexa new outfit for to date. Also, I'm playing in a gothic band, so I need an outfit for that too. Oh, my Satan, get it, cause she's gothic? Gasped Bloody Mary. Want to go to Hot Topic to shop for your outfit? Oh, my fuss. Let's have a group cutting session, said Professor Trelawney. I can't fucking wait for that. But we need to get some stuff first, said Willow. Yeah, we need some portents for Professor Trelawney so she won't be addicted to Volceraserum anymore, and also some love potion for Ebony, Darko said resolutely. Well, we have potions class now, Willow said, so let's go. We went sexily to potions class, but Snap wasn't there. Instead, there was... I gotta say, the only downside to, like, showing y'all what I'm reading, which I realized probably would have been super helpful from the start, and I should have been doing it the whole time, y'all see what it's gonna say before I actually say it. So we go on this long, long, long pause, and then Cornelio fuck. Which I feel like would have been a lot funnier if you couldn't see it in advance. Alright. Hey, where the fuck is Dumbledore? Draco shouted angrily. Steffu, shooted Cornelia fuck. He is an Asghabian now with Snip and Lupin. He is old and weak. He has cancer. Now do your work. My friends and I talked angrily. Can you believe Snap used to be gothic? Oh, sorry. Can you believe Snap used to be gothic? Vampire asked surprisedly. That's it, Cornelio. That's it! Cornelio Fook shouted angrily. I'm getting Professor Bridge! He stomped out angrily. Me, friends, and I began talking again. I began to drink some blood mixed with beer. Suddenly, I saw Hargrid in the cupboard. What the f is he doing? I asked. Then I looked at Draco. He was wearing tons of eyeliner. He looked locked. Sexier than ever. Suddenly, Hargriff, what the fuck are you doing? He shooted. I looked around. Hargrid was putting something in my glass of blood. Darko and Vampire started to beat him up sexily. God, you are such a posser, I shouted at Hagrid. Suddenly, I looked at he was putting into blood. It was... Amnesia portion. Chapter 37. Okay, everybody, I'm gong on vocation on the 1st of July, so I'm either gonna end the fic or up dat in week. Fangs, oh yeah, and preps, stop flamming the story. Raven, thanks for the help. See your girl after vocation. Darko's point of view lol. Vampire and I chained Hairgrid to the floor. Oh my fucking Satan, Enobi said. She was so hot. Maybe I could use amnesia potion to make Satan fall in love with me faster. But you are so sexy and wonderful anyway, Tata, said Vampire. Why would you need it? To make everything go faster, lol, said Enobi. But you won't have to do it with him or anything, will you? I asked jealously. I'm a big guy, you guys are so scary, said Brittany, a fucking prep. Shut the fuck up, said Willow. Okay, well, anyway, let's go to Professor Trelawney's room. Draco, Ebori, and I went to Professor Siniatter's room, but Professor Sinister wasn't there. Instead, Tom Ridd was. Oh, hi, fuckers, he said. Listen, I got you some cool new clothes. I took out the clothes from the bag. It was a gothic black leather mini that said 666 on the back. Black Stilton boots, blood red fishnets, and a black corset. Okay, I think we're back in Ebony's point of view. Oh my god, fangs, I said, hugging him in a gothic way. I took the clothes from the bag. Okay, Professor Sinister isn't her. What the fuck should we do? Asked Draco. Suddenly, he looked at a sign on the brick wall. Oh my fucking Satan! I screamed as I read it. On it, it said, everyone, Professor Sinister is away. She is too gothic. She is in Azkaban now. Classes shall be taught by Double Dork, who is back, but he shall not be principal for now. Sincerely, Professor Rumbridge. Omafaguh, I shouted angrily. How could they do that? Suddenly, Dumbledore came. What the hell are you doing in my office? He began to shoot angrily. Suddenly, I saw Morty McFly's black Tim machine. I jumped seductively into it, leaving Draco and Vampire. I suddenly was back in time. I looked around. It was Professor Slutborn's Ephus. I sneaked around. Suddenly, I saw the amnesia potion on his desk. It was black with blood red pentagrams on it. It was in the shape of a cross. I put it in my pocket. Suddenly, the door opened. It was Professor Slutgorn. Oh my god, what are you doing, fucker? He shooted angrily. I don't know, what the fuck are you doing? I shooted angrily. Oh, sorry, I was just looking around because I thought it was class. You said, finally hoping he couldn't see the potion in your pocket. Oh, okay, you can go now, said Professor Slutborn. You went to the conman room after putting on my clothes. Silas, Samaro, and Snap were there, practicing Vampires Will Never Hurt You by MCR. Oh, hi, you guys, I said seductively. Where's Satan? Oh, he's coming, said Sirius. But what? You can call me Hades now. Suddenly, Satan came. He was wearing a smexy black leather Jackson, black Congress shoes, a slipknot t-shirt, and a black tie. Okay, I will see you guys at the concert, I said, and then I went with Satan. How is she supposed to attend the concert with him and also be in a band? I don't get it. Chapter 38. All right, we got like 6 to go. We can do this, chat. We can do this. Author's note. What does everyone think if I end the story and then I add some more to it after vocation? Oh yeah, and preps stup flaming if you do not like the story. Then take Muzz quiz, okay? Then you will see if you're gothic or not. Okay. Satan and I walked to his car. It was a black car with pentagrams all over it. On the license plate, it said 666, just like Draco's car. I went in seductively. Stan started to drive it. We talked about Satanism, lol, because he was named after Satan. Cutting, music, and being gothic. Oh my Satan, Gerard is so fucking hot. Volslamort agreed as we smoked some weed. Cause bi guys are hot. They are so sensitive. I love them. Lol. Goes fucks a bi guy. Goes fucks a bi guy, y'all. Just goes fucks a bi guy. Just go do it. Goes do it. I guess. Lol, I totally decided not to commit suicide when I heard Helena, I said in a flirty voice. Hey, Satan, do you know how the cure for when people are addicted to Volslamort serum? Well, he thought, I think you have to drink vampire blood. Suddenly, Volslamort parked a car behind a black movie theater. Satan and I walked outside. We went into the movie theater where they were showing The Exorcist. In it, a boy and a girl were doing it. Suddenly, a serial killer came. Lol. Satan and I laughed at the blood cause we're sadists. While Satan was watching the movie, I had an idea. I took Satan's gothic Black Nightmare Before Christmas cigar sexily from his pocket and put some amnesia potion in it. I put it back in his black Emil the Strange bag. Satan turned around and started to smoke it. Black clouds with red pentagrams in them started to fly around everywhere. Oh my god, Satan said, jumping up. I gasped because I was afraid he noticed. And Obi, giz what? I knew the amnesia had worked. Amnesia potion has not been invented yet, so it will not work, he said. Too bad, because I wanted to use some on you. Cool. I raised my eyes suggestively, and then he talked of my clothes sexily, and we started to make out. I talk of his shit. He had a six-pack. Juster lick Gerard way. We Frenched. Excuse me, but you are going to have to leave. Shooted the lady behind us. She was a prep. Fuck you, I said. Suddenly, I attacked her, sucking all her blood. No! She screamed. All the preps in the theater screamed, but everyone else crapped because Satan and I locked so cute together. They crapped? You mean clapped? Or like they shit their pants? Because Satan and I started to walk outside. Zamagu, how did you do that? Voldemort asked in a turned-on voice. I'm a vampire, I said, as we went into the car. Seriously? He gasped. Yeah, seriously, I said, drinking some beer. Where did you get the beer? Satan started to drive the car. I smelled happily. It's too bad we didn't get to see the rest of the movie, don't you think? Yeah, I said as we kissed passively. While he's driving, you're just like... Satan parked in a black driveway next to the space where Draco and I had watched GC for the first time. We went inside where Marilyn Mason was playing and started to mosh. Lol. Anti-people, now you've gone too far. Jesus Christ Superstar. Screamed Marlin on the stage. We did the devil fingers. I started to dance really close to Satan. He was so schmecksay. He looked at me all emo with his gothic red eyes, and he looked exactly like Mikey Way. I almost got an orgasm. Suddenly, Marilyn Mason stopped singing. I wooed like to peasant. X black X tier X. He said. I ran on stage. Lucian, Samaro, Snap, and Hades were there. They started to play their instillments. I got on stag. They just let a random person run from the mosh pit onto the stage and just let her climb up there. Don't you think they would have stopped her? I mean, I know they're the backup band, but like... Okay. Well, if you wanted honesty, that's all you had to say, I sang. I do not own the lyrics to that song. My voice sounded like a pentagram between Amy Lee and a girl version of Gerard Woy. Everyone clapped. Satan got an eructation. I'm not okay. I sang finnily. Suddenly, Lucian started playing the song wrong by mistake. Muffaga, yielded James. What the fuck? Whoops, I'm sorry, said Lucian. You fucking ashhole, James shouted angrily. You guys are such preps, Snap said. Come on, it was a mistake. Yeah, it's not his fault, said Sirius. No, he ruined the fucking song, yelled Samaro. You guys stop. I shot-hoed angrily, but it was too late. They all began to fight. Suddenly, Samaro took out his knife. Oh my fucking no, shouted Lucian, but it was too late. James tried to shoot off his arm. And then... I jumped sex-illy in front of the bullet. No, yielded everyone, but it was too late. Suddenly, everything went blank. Chapter 39, I'm a trolling genius lols. So I don't know if these chapter names are actually like legit or if the person who put this all together just made them that. Oh, okay. So this is apparently the hacked chapter. Disclaimer, I do not own the HP series and I am not the real XXX Bloody Wrist 666XXX. Author's note, I am an extremely immature, pathetic idiot girl, I know. Out of boredom, I cracked this girl's passy for fun, and it took less than 8 minutes to do it, too. And will probably get in a shitload of trouble. Which I probably deserve, because I'm being a troll right now. Meh. And I present to you my crappy part in this story, and take note, I haven't even finished reading this fic yet, but instead skip over to skim chapter 38. Flame, laugh, do whatever you want. Preps. I, the American retail-wearing British vampire Sue, coughed up blood. Satan kneeled down beside me. No, don't die. I gave him a rueful smile. I'm sorry. It's something I had to do to fill my duty as a noble Gothic Mary Sue. Satan sobbed. I love you, Ebony. I love you too. I'll see you in hell. I mumbled, already finding my surroundings fading to black. Bloody Mary Smith suddenly popped into the room for no apparent reason. She frowned when she realized the room was oddly quiet, but at the sight of Ebony's lifeless body, she screamed. Her face became pale with horror. She screamed for the healers, Dumbledore, McGoggle, and every single Gothic person she could think of. Suddenly, a glow started to surround the body of Ebony. Everyone stared in shock. Her body started to lift ever so slowly, and then, to everyone's shock, it started to incinerate. When everyone realized what was happening, they rushed over to try to rescue the body, but it was too late. The Sue became nothing more than a pile of ashes. A loud resounding of everyone bellowing, "No!" filled the room. A flash of white light from the ashes then started to bounce around the room. Everyone cowered in fear and were temporarily blinded. When it was all over, things changed. All the silly goth clothes dropped from everyone's bodies. Author's note, I refuse to explain how the hell that happened. And in their place, clothes the characters would normally wear in canon appeared on their bodies. When everyone got over the shock of becoming free of the Gothic power, everybody cheered. Everybody started singing, Ding Dong, Sue is dead. Well, that is, until all the HP characters realized the true implications of becoming more canon-like again. All the characters who were supposed to be dead fell to the floor, their bodies cold and lifeless. Harry and Voldemort started dueling. On the left side of the two, the battle of the light side and the dark side was reaching a climax, and because the replacement author likes to screw around with canon, Draco and Hermione fled the scene and got married. Meanwhile, down in hell, Ebony shed a single tear because of her current situation, a situation that would live on for all eternity, or at least until the end of the fanfiction time. She lost it all, but she knew she had to remain strong. Nothing would ever break her down. She looked down at her pale body and frowned. Where are my emo clothes? She asked herself in confusion. And then it occurred to her. For her shirt, she was wearing a bright pink polo with a little seagull on it. Right or left? I can't remember. Side. Below that, she was wearing a denim miniskirt with a destroyed look on it. Paired underneath that skirt were leggings with a little moose on the bottom. And then Ebony realized on her shoulder she was carrying a pretty bag with an eagle on it that said, Live your life, written all over the bag. Ebony suppressed the urge to scream. Here she was decked out in clothes preps to the extreme, wearing stuff from Abercrombie and Fitch, American Eagle, and Hollister. Panicked, Ebony hastily tried to take off the Hollister polo, but underneath it there was another Hollister polo underneath. Ebony frowned and looked under her shirt. All she saw was a bra underneath. Dare I point out it's from the Airy line available at American Eagle? Ebony tried to remove the shirt again, but to her frustration, there was yet another polo to replace it. This is illogical and does not make any sense, Ebony bellowed out into the air. She failed to see the irony in her statement. How hypocritical her words were, seeing as she was practically calling the kettle black here. Ebony slit her wrist and mumbles to herself, Oh my god. End crapfic. Author's note, oh yeah, if you want to see the original content this chick had planned for this chapter, I accessed it through the document manager thingy, which I copied and pasted, so you can read it here. So this is the hacked chapter, right here. This is what this is. This is the hacked chapter. The infamous hacked chapter. Whoo boy. At least I could actually read every word. Let's get back into it. You can read it here. Author's note. Stafur preps get a lift. You suck. Oh, and form. I'm feeling it wasn't hacked. It was just the same person. They wanted two different versions of that chapter. I mean, we're pretty far into the fiction. Like, I don't know. And form now on. I'll be in vocation in England until like August, so I won't be able to update for a while. Lols. Thanks to everyone who revoid expect de preps who flamed fuck you MCR rules. I woke up in de Norse's face on a special gothic coffin. Hairgrid was in de bed opposite me in a coma, cause Vampire and Draco had bet him up. Mr. Norris was cleaning the room. Oh, my Satan, what happened? I screamed. Suddenly, Voldemort came. He looked less mean than usual. Get the fuck out, you fucking bastard, I yielded. Thou hast not killed Vampire yet, he said angrily. Suddenly, he started to cry tears of blood, all selective. Voldemort? Oh, forget, what's wrong? I asked. Suddenly, Lucian, Professor Sinister, and Sirius came. Bloody Mary and Vampire were with them. Everyone was holding back black boxes. Voldemort disappeared. Oh my god, Enobi, you're alive! Screamed Vampire. I hugged him and Bloody Mary. What the fuck happened? I asked him. Oh my Satan, am I like dead now? I gasped. Enobi, you were almost shot, said Sirius, but the bullet could not kill you since you were form another time. What? But fangs anyway, said Lucian, holding out his arm. I gasped. He had 2 arms now. When did he only have 1 arm? I don't remember that part, and I keep clicking the wrong thing. I'm so sorry. What? Oh my god, I can't believe Vampire's dad shot you, I gasped. Well, to be honest, Snap was possessed by Snap back then, said James. What? Yeah, he was a spy, Sirius said sadly. He was really a death dealer. And he was such a fucking poser, said Lucian. He didn't even really know who GC were until I told him. Well, anyway, everyone started to give me presents. I was opening a black box with red 666s. There was a DVD of Corpse Bride in it. On it, when I gasped, Mr. Norris looked up angrily because he hated goths. Hey, has anyone fucking seen Draco? I asked gothically. No, Draco told me he would be watching Hose of Wax. Kinky, said Professor Trelawney. He doesn't know that you're better. Anyway, the Norse said you could... Hi! You missed the hack chapter. Said you could get up. Come on. Come on. I got up suicidally. The cops are coming for me for reading this terrible fanfiction. But we're so close to being finished at long last. Okay. Lucian, Sirius, and Professor Sinister left. I was wearing a black leather night gun. Under that, I had on a sexy black leather bra trimmed with black lace with a matching thong that said Gothic Girl on the butt. How? It's a thong. So on the little strings, you are focused on the getting up suicidally. I'm focused on how a thong has writing on it, where you can read it. Okay, it's fine. And sexy fishnets. That kind... Nope, it said on the back. Also, stop doing that. Stop messing with the bot, the auto mod, please. Alright. It says... that said Gothic Girl on the butt. And sexy fishnets that kind hooked onto my thong. If you don't get the idea, Massage me and I'll tell you. No, my auto mod is set for a specific purpose. I don't know how to unset it. And massage me, I'll tell you. I think they think I'm having a stroke. I put on a Blake fishnet top under the black MCR t-shirt, a Blake leather mini with black lace and Congress shoes. I left the hospital wings with Bloody Mary, Willow, and Vampire. Omafagu, let's celebrate, gasped Willow. We can go see Hose of Wax with Draco, giggled. Oh, sorry. We can go see Hose of Wax with Draco, giggled Vampire. Let's go listen to GC and cut ourselves 666, said Hermione. We opened the conman room. Stop. Stop. Use better language so it stops flagging you. Didn't Willow get killed off and one of the professors had sex with a dead body? Yes. Lupin. And she's alive now. It was never explained. Where was I? Okay. Said Hermione. Remember, she's Bloody Mary. We opened the conman room door sexily. How do we open doors sexily? Still don't know. And then I gasped. Draco was there doing it with Snap. He was wearing a black t-shirt with 666 on the front and baggy jeans. Doing it with Snap. 111111111111111. You fucking prep, we all yielded angrily. Yeah, you betrayed us. Oh, sorry. Yeah, you betrayed us, shooted Vampire angrily as he took out his Blake gun. Psh, 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 psh. No, you don't understand, screamed Draco sadly as he took his thingy out of Snakes. Out of Snakes what? Chat, I need you to know that it has been well established that Draco apparently has a large penis. So what exactly of Snakes is it in? Is it a docking situation? Is he in his butt? What's happening here? Is this like a sounding thing? What is happening right now? I'm gonna need something wholesome after this. We might read some bedtime stories after this because Lord help me. Look, I think that's up to my imagination. I don't think it is. I don't think it is, Cube. My imagination imagines. Yeah, you know what? We might have to Google some, like, Grimm's fairy tales or something after this. That would be less. All right. Now remember, this whole section was posted by a troll that hacked her and posted it because it was in the document manager thing. So, all of this was posted without the author's permission, okay? All right. No, shit, you fucking sucks, you preppy bastard, said Willow, trying to attack him. You rock, girl. I ran suicidally to my room. I sexily took a steak out. Like a T-bone or a New York or... An Obi, no, screamed Draco, but it was too late. I had slipped my wrists with it. Suddenly, everything went black again. Sincerely, an anon author who will silently not reveal her identity because she's a coward. AKA just a troll with rocks for brains. Chapter 40. Lol, someone has taken over my account. The idiot's note. Well, this was in the dock area. Might as well let the whole world see what the real Tara wanted to show us. Have a nice day. You think she's a ribeye girl? Oh, okay. Author's note. Shut the fuck up, Prebz. Get a lift. You suck. Oh, and from now on, I'll be on vacation in England until, like, August... Wait, I think this part was... Hearing this in a zombie apocalypse is making me more sad. Okay, so I think this is all the same. Yeah, this is everything we just read. Okay. You were almost shot, but it couldn't kill you because you were from another time. Okay, we got that part. DVD of Corpse Bride, got it. All of this is what we just read. Somehow it's like doubled. So like all this, and now it's like again. Okay. Things anyway. He had 2 arms. Gasp. Has anyone seen Draco? Let's celebrate. Draco was there doing it with Snap. All right. Sadly took his thingy out of Snakes. That's still the same. We still don't know what of Snakes it's in. Everything went black again. Idiot's note, ugh, I know, terrible, but then again, this wouldn't be called the worst fanfic ever if not for the fact that the writing standards meets the level of a day-old fetus. That is his teacher, who is a necrophiliac pedo? And fucks Lupin? I don't know. I don't know. We're on chapter 44. There's only, or 41. There's only 44 total. We're almost there. We're almost there. Almost there. Okay, we can do this. The dad and the son, I mean. No, Lupin, not Lucius. Almost done. You just don't get good writing. We just, look. Alright, thank God. Thank Buddha, God, Allah, Jehovah, the flying spaghetti monster, all of it. Just thank all of it. All right, chapter 41. Author's note, to everyone who keeps flaming diz, get slef. I bet you probably und know who Gerard Way is. You're probably all prebs and posers. You heard wrong? That's okay. Anyway, someone hacked into me account in November and they put up my last chapter, but now there is a new one. I'm sorry for not updating for a while, but I've been really busy. I'm trying to finish the story before the new movie comes out. I'm going on vacation for a month. I won't be back until about 2 weeks. Omofaga Draco is so hot in all depicts for the new movie. I wanted them to put a cameo by Gerard Way. Lol, he play Draco. If you flame, I'll slip my wrists. Raven, you rock. Girl, have fun in England. Nut updating? Is that what Snape and Draco were doing? Suo's brain cells. Oh no. Okay. This is amazing. All right. So, I don't know what's happening. Okay. All right. When I woke up, I was in a strange room. I looked around. I was wearing the same outfit I had when Is performed with X Blake X Tears X. I looked around confusedly. It was Dolores' office, but it looked different. On the wall was a pic of Marilyn Manson. Just imagine that he is an 80s gothic band too, okay, cause he is more old than Panic at the Disco or MCR. There was also a gothic black Beatles calendar with a picture of the Beatles wearing eyeliner and black clothes. I don't know what I summoned, but it was clearly loud. On it said 1980. Omofaga, I'm back in Tim again. What are you doing inside Tim? Was it consensual? I hope so. Gotta go back. No, not in time. In Tim. Gotta go back in Tim. Hopefully with consent. I screamed loudly. Suddenly, Satan, this is actually Voldemort for photo reference. Photo reference? What? Is Draco also in Tim? I don't think so. I think he's still in Snape's whatever it is. Voldemort was wearing a black leather Jackson. What is with the Jackson? And I'm assuming it means jacket, but why is it Jackson? I don't. Blake tight jeans and fishnet pants? Is that a thing? Okay, hang on. Pants. Fishnet pants. They just look like fishnets. Is it this? Is Voldemort wearing this? Please. First off, she's back in the 1980s, and Voldemort is definitely at least 50 years older than 1990-ish. So the 90s, but 50 years ago, is not 1980, but somehow he's in 1980. You think this one? You think like a Speedo, but with fishnets? Sorry for hitting the mic. All right, okay. So everybody picture this guy talking to our gothic queen, okay? All right, I'm gonna leave this tabbed. The fan fiction, it doesn't say. It just says that Voldemort is apparently young in the 1980s. So I don't know. We don't know. We don't know. We know that all of the early 2000s bands are popular while they're teenagers, specifically 17. So yeah, maybe. Apparently he's not that much older than them. Huh, okay. All right. Black tight jeans and fishnet pants. Okay, so if they're going by the Harry Potter timeline, they're in the late mid 80s, 90s. That's what I thought, but I think this is supposed to be like 17-year-olds, 16, 17-year-olds, but in like the early 2000s when like My Chemical Romance and Simple Plan and Good Charlotte and MCR and all of those and Panic at the Disco, like all of those were really, really popular in like 2001, 2002. Baby had them apple bottom jeans. He had tight black jeans and also fishnet pants. We are, Boots with the Fur, we are definitely overthinking the timeline. More than the author ever did. By far. Okay. He looked so sexa, I almost had an orgy. Who were the other participants? Like, sorry, storm gods. Clearly I'm overthinking this whole thing. All right. Umafaga, Anobi, are you okay? He asked Gothic Hallie. Yeah, I'm okay for your information, I snapped sexily. Oh my god, am I dead? Because I remembered I had jumped in front of the bullet from James' gun. I also remembered seeing Draco doing it with Snap. I guessed that when I had slipped me wrists, I had went back in Tim instead of dying. I know I could go forward in time if I found a time toner or the Tim machine. Wow. Wow. The word orgy was not allowed. She was gonna have an orgy for one. All right. A Tim machine. No, you're not dead, Satan reassured suicidally as he smoked a cigarette sexily and smoke came all over his face. The smoke is coming on his face? Like that's... All right. You're a vampire, so you can't die from a bullet. Come on now, let's go see how Harry's dad is doing. Harry's dad? Do you know that Harry's dad got somebody pregnant at this point? If Ninja Sex Party says it is possible, then it is possible. Okay, I'm gonna take your word for that, because I have not heard Ninja Sex Party say that. But admittedly, I haven't looked at their music, so... I know that the real reason I didn't die from the bullet was cause I was from the future. What the fuck? James almost shot Lucius, I said. Indigoli. I knew that James had really been possessed, but I didn't want him to know I knew. They literally have a song called Orgy for One. Great. I haven't really listened to them. I'm sorry. I will at some point, I promise. Yeah, I know, but he had a headache. He was under a lot of stress. Satan reasoned evilly. I guess that's okay, I said, because James hadn't really shot Lucien. Also, I know that Lucien would now have 2 arms instead of 1. I walked seductively outside. How do you walk seductively outside? With Satan. Suddenly, I saw a totally sexy gothic bi guy. He had bleached blonde hair with black streaks up to his ears, and he was wearing gothic black eyeliner, a black Green Day shirt. It showed Billy Joel with blonde hair since it was the 80s, black Converse shoes, and black baggy pants. He walked in all sexily, like Gerard Way in the video for I Don't 3 You Like I Did Yesterday. What? And you could see a black tear on his face, like the woman in that video. Hey, he said all quietly and gothically. Who the fuck is that? I asked angrily, cause I did not know him. This is Hedwig. You know, the owl, said Volzemort. He used to be an ex-black X-tier X, too, but he had to drop out cause he broke his arm. Hey, Hedwig, I said seductively, even though I was not trained to be. Lol, hi, Anobi, he answered, but then he ran away because he had hair of magical creature. His hair was magical? And also a beast? He was humming Welcome to the Blake Prad under his breath. I know that is not 80s, but pretend it is, okay? She's trying to seduce him, because apparently the reason he becomes evil is because his heart got broken, according to Professor Trelawney, who is addicted to some kind of version of Veritaserum, which in their universe is an addictive substance, and she has to drink vampire blood to get over it. You're gonna have to go back and read it, Ronnie. I don't know what to tell you. All right. So she is on drugs. Basically, and Ebony's job is to go back in time and seduce Voldemort so he doesn't get heartbroken and doesn't become evil, and then maybe shoot him with a gun that she has strapped to her leg, apparently. Or she did, like in Resident Evil. That's what it said in the fanfiction. How do they allow a crack-addicted teacher in a school? Don't know. She's gothic and young and the kids love her. Why a gun? Because everything's solved with a gun in this universe. You want to stop somebody? Shoot him with a gun. It's very American, which is why Vampire is the only one with an English accent. So that's fun. All right. Bye, I said all sexily. Dat was Hedwig. He used to be my boyfriend, but we broke up, Satan said sadly, looking at his black nails. I'm a figure. I can get you back together, I said. Fingering something I didn't know was in my pocket. A black cute is what we aim for Cydio iPod that I could take videos with. Does anyone else know about them? They kick ass. What? Okay, you can forget about your class for now, Hedwig. I'm going to show you something great. I led them to the Great Hall. Come on, you guys. What? He ran off. How did you get his attention? Lucien, James, Sirius, and Snake were all in the Great Hall. Lucien wouldn't talk with James because he had tried to shoot him. Go fuck yourself, you fucking douche, he shouted at him. I thought he wasn't talking to him. Draco is never going to be friends with Vampire now. His name wasn't Vampire at this point. It was Harry, but okay. And how do you have these children? This is the 80s. They're still teenagers. Yeah, go fuck yourself, Samaro, Snape agreed, but I know he was lying, because it had been his fault. James had almost shot Lucien. Be quiet, you guys, I said sexily. Me plan was working oot great. Now I could make Voldemort good without doing it with him. Now Vampire's dad would never die, and okay, Satan and Hedwig, you guys can start making out, I said, and I started to film them with the iPod. Cool, said Sirius as Voldemort and Hedwig started to make out sexily. I don't know what demons just came out of me, but excuse me for that burp. We watched as today started to take each other's clothes off sexily. Samaro, Sirius, Snake, and Lucian all watched because they were probably by. I know Snape was by. Hold on. So he introduces you to this guy. This guy bolts to go to class. He tells you, that's my ex, we broke up. You stop him from going to class, bring him in front of their former friends where everybody knows they're broken up, and then you go, hey, you guys can make out. And they go, all right, cool, and just start making out and probably fucking. What? Oh my fucking god, Voldemort. His name wasn't Voldemort yet. Even in your own timeline. Screamed Hedwig as his Glock touched Voldemort's. They're touching guns, y'all. They're touching guns. That's how you know. That's how you know. But suddenly, everything stopped as the door opened and in came Dumbledore and Mr. Norris. Chapter 42. 42 out of 44. Okay. Oh, we can survive this. The Blake Parade. The only protection I use during sex is my gun. Aw, yeah. His Glock touched the other Glock. The most protected you could have. Author's note. Oh my god, the new book is coming out really soon. I can't wait. I think that Snap will be really the same person as Voldemort because they are both half-blood, so that will explain why he killed Dumbledore and he hated Harry. And then Harry will have to commit suicide, so Voldemort will die because he will really be a Horcrux. Oh my god, I hope Draco and Harry get together. That will be so schmexy, won't it? If they don't, then JKR is homophobic. That's not all she is. No. Let's hear her out. If Harry and Draco don't get together, JKR is homophobic. I think she might have a point, y'all. Thanks for the help with facts, Medusa. You rock. Who is Medusa? Where did Medusa come from? Okay, we're still back in time. All right. I sat depressedly in Dumbledore's office with Hedwig, Satan, James, Sirius, Snap, and Lupin. All right? Not an owl. Voldemort / Tom Riddle, who's now a teenager in the 80s. James, Sirius, Snape, and Lucius Malfoy. All right, got it. Dumbledore was sitting in front of us cruelly. At this point, he's also a prep, Dumbledore, because he hates goths, I guess. He looked more young than he did in the future. He had taken the iPod away and was now listening to a shitty Avril Lavigne song. How did the Avril Lavigne song get on it? Did you secretly have an Avril Lavigne song? Is that even how you spell Lavigne? I don't think it is. How did he know how to work the iPod? This is the 80s. Also, they're magic, and this is not a magical device. What is happening? I'm overthinking it again. I'm so sorry. Maybe the author is a poser. Maybe Ebony Darkness Dementia Raven Way is a poser. Secretly has an Avril Lavigne song. She's kind of punk adjacent, I guess. What the hell is this anyway? See, he doesn't know what it is. How did he figure out how to use it so fast? He cackled meanly. I hoped he didn't find out that I was from another time. Whatever you do, don't blame Ebony, you jerk, Satan said. Yeah, seriously, she was trying to get Satan and Hedwig back together, seriously said deviantly. Be quiet, you Satanists. Dumbledore cockled. If you're lucky, I'll probably send you all to Azkaban. Sorry, I read it as if it was correct, but it's Akazaban. That will teach you to copulate in the Great Hall. I did say it wrong. I'm so sorry. Akazaban. He changed the song on the iPod to a In Sync song. Suddenly, I noticed something strong about the iPod. It was slowly changing. Dumbledore didn't notice. You fucking poser. I muttoned. Muttoned? I bet you've never heard of GC, James said. No, I knew what the iPod was changing into. Morty McFly's Tim Machine. Shut up, Joms. Joms. Draco's dad shouted. Yeah, shut up, Snake said preppily. No, you shut up, Dumbledore, said Tom. I've had enough of you Satanists in my school, shouted Dumbledore spuriously. Apparently, Good Charlotte was in the 80s. I didn't know. Suddenly, I grabbed the iPod from him. Everyone, jump in before it's too late. I jumped into it, but only one other person jumped in. It was Satan. So you're taking Voldemort through time? That any of these people really would be a poor idea, but what? All right, we're in a time machine. All right, you dunderheads, screamed Dumbledore wisely as we went. Wisely? I looked around. I was in the Slytherin conman room with Satan. I was wearing a plaid miniskirt with hot pink fishnets, a sexy Blake MCR corset, and Blake stiletto boots with pink pentagrams on them. My earrings were Blake Satanist sins, and my raven hair was all around me to my mid-black. Hey, cool, where is Dis? He asked in an emo voice. Dis is the future. Dumbledore's iPod that he tried to take away from me was really a Tim machine, I told him. Cool, what's an eye patch? He whimpered. Oh, he whimpered. Cool, what's an eye patch? He whimpered. It's something you use to listen to music, I yacked. Omafaga, cool. Wait, what's a four-letter word for dirt? He ixed in a sexa voice. I guess sand? I laid confusedly. Yeah, I was just trying to make sure you were still the same person. He triumphantly giggled. Suddenly, some of my friends walked in. Oh my god, you're fucking alive, said Jenny, wearing a black leather jacket, black baggy pants, and a gothic black from first to last shirt. I explained to her why I was alive. Konnichiwa, bitch, said Willow. She was wearing a Blake corset showing off her boobs, with lace all around it and red stips on it. With it, she was wearing a Blake leather miniskirt, big Blake boots, white foundation, Blake eyeliner, red eyeshadow, and Blake lipstick. Hey, motherfucker, said Diabolo with his red hair. He was wearing a black Panic at the Disco t-shirt and Blake baggy pants. Hey, who's that Ebony? Bloody Mary questioned as she walked in wearing a black t-shirt with a red pentagram on it with lace at the bottom, red leather pants with Blake lace, and black stilettos. I don't need to know what all these people are wearing. Oh, it's Satan, I told her, and she nodded, knowing the truth. Suddenly, Satan started to cry. Are you okay, Satan? We asked concernedly. Omafaga, you're from the future. What if you don't like me anymore cause we're from different times? He asked. No, I still like you, I said sexily to him. Okay, he said reassuredly. I let him listen to Teenagers by MCR on my iPod while I was about to go outside to find out some things. I gave Diabolo a signal to keep Satan occupied. Satan fell asleep. I took the iPod. I was about to walk outside. Professor Sinister ran in. She was wearing a gothic Blake mini dress with depressing Blake stripes. Okay. White and Blake stripped tights. MCR is so boring I put him to sleep, right? And red Converse shoes. She was wearing lots of black eyeliner. Oh my fucking god, where's Draco? How did Snap get back here? I thought he was in Azerbaijan, I asked sadly. Ebony, I was so worried about you, but I know you can't fucking die because you're a vampire. Snape came back because that girl Brittany freed him. I never liked her. She was a bad student. What? Okay. Travolry said reassuredly. That bitch! Did she also free Hagrid and Lupin? I shouted angrily. I hated Brittany because she was a fucking prep. Yes, they are on the loose at the school. Dumbledore is back. Cornelia is on his way to help everyone. Tell everyone you see to lock themselves in their con man room, Travolry said worriedly. Okay, but where's Draco? How come he was doing it with Snap? I don't know why, but I know he almost tried to commit suicide after he saw you almost kill yourself, she said. Oh my god, that's terrible, I gasped. Yep, conman room. Satan was still asleep, so he couldn't tell what was going on. Then I said, listen, everyone, we have something important to do. And everyone stay. With that, I ran out. Good luck, Tara, everyone cried. Yes, it's a room that tries to scam you. I ran sexily down the stairs into the great hall while the portraits looked at me scaredly. There was hardly anyone else in the stairs, and there was an atmosphere of horror. On the way, I saw Brittany laughing on the stairs. She was wearing a slutty pink shirt with flowers on it, a blue jean skirt, Abercrombie, and pink stilettos. She looked just like a pentagram of those fucking preps Hilary Duff and Lindsay Lohan. Wow. You fucking bitch, I shouted angrily. No, you're totally a bitch. Now Voldemort will, totally kill you, she laughed. Crucius, I shouted, selectively pontificating my bleak wand, and she started screaming cause she was being tortured, and I laughed sadistically. No, help me, please, Brittany screamed terrifiedly. I put up my middle finger at her. In her hand, I saw the video camera Snape and Lumpkin had used to take the video of me. I put the tape of Voldemort doing it with Hedwig onto it. Then I continued to round down the stairs with the camera. How did you do that, first of all? It was on your iPod, which apparently can take videos? I don't know. I don't know. Okay, then I continued to round down the stairs with the camera. When I had reached the Great Hall, I saw Vampire Potter. Oh my god, Vampira! I yielded. We hugged each other happily. He looked at me with his gothic red eyes and spiky black hair. Blake hair. Around them were Blake eyeliner and eyeshadow, the new product from Apple. It's because magic! Right, exactly. He was wearing a Blake leather Jackson, leather pants, a Panic at the Disco concert shirt, and his black Congress shoes. He looked more like Joel from Good Charlotte than ever. Did you hear their song, The River? It rocks. I was so worried you died, moaned Vampire. He was wearing just all this stuff. That's how big it is, apparently. I know, but I'm a vampire, lol. When I woke up, I was back in 1980. So, anyway, I brought Voldemort from when he was young with me. He should probably put his he away. You're right. Where's Draco? I asked spuriously. Draco? You mean that fucking poser who betrayed you? Vampire snarkled with anger in his sexy voice. I know, but we have to find him, I said, smarty. Okay, Sorry. I'll do it, Den, Harry said angstily. Okay, I agreed. Suddenly, all the lights in the room went out. And then the dork mark appeared. Oh my fucking Satan, Harry shouted. I think Voldemort has arrived, I said anxiously. Fuck, I have to find Draco. I guess we should separate. Okay, Voldemort said, deapparating. No, the dorks. Nerds. Deapparating. Sadly, I ran into the Great Hall. Chapter 43. All right, chat. All right. We're on 43 out of 44. I think we can make it. We only have 2 chapters to go. And then I'm going to need to take a break. I don't know if it's going to be a break for the night or a break just from fan fiction. I don't have any other prospects just yet, but we'll see. Author's note. I think after this, I will have about 2 or 3 more chapters. Thanks to all my reviewers, not das Flammers. If you flammed sis story, then you suck. If you flammed, then fuck you. Look, if you flammed, then fuck you. That's it. I walked sexily into the Great Hall. Walked sexily. It was empty except for one person. Draco was there. He sat there in deadly bloom in his Blake 666 t-shirt and his baggy Blake pants. He had slit his wrists. I felt mad at him for having sex with Snape, but I felt sorry for him. He looked just like Gerard Way with his red eyes and his pale white face. Draco, are you okay? I asked. Yeah, if you flam, then you get no ham. Especially from the hamophobe, JKR. I'm not okay, he screamed depressedly. I thought of the MCR song, and I got even more depressed, because that song always makes me cry. I gave him a pot cigarette, and he started to smoke it. You wish you had the facepalm emote. I wish I had the one where it's the hand all the way through the face. That's the one I need. Because, all right, I gotta readjust for this. You have an emote more suitable for this story? Please share it with the class. I don't know if that's more suitable. I don't know. I think the only suitable thing for this would be like just a bunch of pentagrams, or maybe that scared face there, or maybe some sort. It's a gun. Oh. Is it a gun? That looks like a person. I have no idea what I'm looking at. Yeah. So she gave him a pot cigarette and he started to smoke it. Okay. Oh, Draco, why did you do it with that fucking bastard Snape? I asked tearfully. He's holding a gun? Oh, okay. Draco began to say, but suddenly Lupin and Mr. Norris appeared into the room. They didn't see us. For the nut update. They didn't see you? I thought he was in the middle of the room. Okay. I'm so glad me and Snape were freed, said Lupin. Damn, this job would be great if it wasn't for the fucking students, Mr. Norris agreed. Pop Adalum. What? Spell. I yielded, angrily, pointing my wand at them. No! Lupin shouted as chains came on him. Mr. Norris ran away. You fucking perv, I said, laughing with depths of evil and depressedness in my voice. Now you have to tell us where Voldemort is, or I'm going to torture you. I don't know where he is, said Lupin. Suddenly, Satan and Vampire ran into the room. Vampire didn't know who Satan was, really. Didn't you tell him? What? Oh, my Satan, we were so worried about you guys. You just saw her, like, in the hallway. All right. Vampire said, I looked sexily at Draco. with his gothic red eyes with contacts, Blake t-shirt that says 666 on it, and pale skin like Gerard Way, vampire with his sexy black hair and red eyes just like Frank Iero, and Satan who looked just like Brandon Urie then. What? Okay, I think it's about to be an orgy, y'all. So I'll wait. Right. Are we back? Are we back from ad space? Look, no, not this time. I selectively took the caramel from my pocket, and then I began Frenching Draco sexily. Lupin gasped. Draco began to take of his clothes off, and I could see his white sex pack. Then Vampire took his own clothes off, too. We all began making out together sexily. I took off my Blake leather bra, my Blake lace thong, and the rest of my clothes. I don't know how you did that backwards, but good on you. Everyone took their Glocks out, except for me. I'm a girl, lol. Even Lupin? Oh, me Satan Draco, I screamed as he put his hardness in my thingy. Then he did the same thing to Harry. I began making out with Satan, and he joined in. Ums. I assume it's oh my Satan. Cried Vampire. Look, everybody's Glock is out. All their Glocks are out. Oh, Vampire, I screamed. Oh, Satan, yelled Harry in Playsore. Lupin watched in shock. We took turns doing torture curses on him, 'cause we're all sadists. Suddenly, a big Blake car that said 666 on the license plate flew straight through the windows, and Snap was in it. Chapter 44. Author's note. Well, I have nothing to say, but everyone glamming, okay? If any Gothic people are reading this, then you rock. Oh my god, I still can't wait for the movie. Tom Fletton is so hot. Lol. I hop Harry will become Gothic cause me friend told me he is really emo in this book. Oh my figure, I'm leaving W pretty soon, can't wait. This will probably be the last chapter until I come back. That's me car, shooted Draco angrily. But suddenly it was revealed who was in the car. It was Snape. We knew that. Okay. I shall free you, Lupin, but first you must help me kill these idiotic Donderheads, he said cruelly from the car as it flew circumcising above us. Ebony, Darkness, Dementia, Ravenway must be killed. Din the Dork Lord shall never die. You fucking prep, yelled Draco. Then he looked at me sadly. I forgot to tell you, Ebony. Snape made me do it with him. I didn't really have sex him, but he is a ropeist. I didn't really have sex him, but he is a ropeist. Okay. We all put our clothes on quickly except Satan. We were so scared, but Satan didn't change. Hang on. But Satan didn't change. Instead, he changed into a man with gren eyes, no nose, a gray robe, and white skin. He changed into Voldemort. Wait. Yeah, I need a hug, and you need a hug, and we just need to take a little hug break, okay? Just a big old squeeze. Yeah, okay. Thank you. I knew who thou wert all along, he cackled evilly and sarcastically at me. Now I shall kill thee all. Thunder came in the room. No, please don't kill us, pleaded Vampire. Suddenly. If only you had 15,000 points so we could change this. You want to change it right at the end? Come on now. Suddenly, Willow, Bloody Mary, Diablo, Jenny, Dracula, Fred and Gorge, Hagrid, McGonagall, Dumbledore, Sirius, and Lucian all ran in. All of them. Every single one just ran on in. Okay. What is the meaning of this? Dumbledore asked all angrily, and Voldemort looked away. Because I have it, but I'm not wasting it for this. Fair. Dumbledore is the only wizard he is scared of. How did they not clog the door? It's the Great Hall. They got the big old doors. He did a spell, and suddenly his broomstick came back to him sexily. The broom's just like flying into the room like that. Voldemort flew above the roof evilly on his broomstick. So, I thought the whole point was that Voldemort from the past was supposed to get seduced or have his heart not broken anymore so that he wouldn't turn into this Voldemort, but somehow this Voldemort turned into that Voldemort and then turned back into this Voldemort. I don't know. I have no idea when they're going to shoot him with the Glocks. They put their Glocks away when they got dressed, I guess. Let's see. Okay. Oh my goth. Slugborn. It says Slugborn instead of Slutborn. Ghost. Get it? Because I'm gothic. The Dark Lord shall kill all of you. Then you must submit to him. Snape ejaculated menacingly. You fucking preppy fags, Sirius shouted angrily. I know a four-letter word for dirt. Cruciatus! Screamed Harry, but the sparks from his wand only hit Draco's car. It fell down. Snap quickly crawled out of it and picked up the Cydio camera. Oh my fucking god, I cried, because the video of me in the bathroom, the video of me dong it with Draco, and the video of Satin doing it with. Doing it with what? If you kill me, then these Cydios will be shown to everyone in the skull. Then you can be just like that gothic girl, Paris Hilton. He laughed meanly. Hold on. Does this author think that Paris Hilton is a goth? Gothic girl Paris Hilton. Yeah. Canonically. Alright, Fishnet Pants, I'm sorry, but you gotta go. Yeah, that's a goth woman right there. Look at her being all goth. Ma'am. Paris Hilton is the most goth anybody has ever goth. Famous neon goth Paris Hilton. Yeah, I mean, clearly, I should have known. Obviously, Paris Hilton is a goth. Clearly. I should have known that Paris Hilton is a goth. Should have known that. She's totally not just wearing it to Coachella. I mean, clearly I need to, but like, all right, Gothic girl Paris Hilton. We have another goth queen that has entered the story. No, I scremmed. FYI, sorry. Fee, I have a picture of you doing it with Lupin. What's she talking about? Lupin slurped. What's she talking about? Lupin slurped as he sat in chains. I saw too, she's gonna show everyone the picture. Oh, sorry. I saw too, she's gonna show everyone the picture. Harry shouted angrily. Shut up, Lumpkin roared. Foolish ignoramuses, yielded Voldemort from his broomstick. Thou shalt all die soon. He's really breathy. They've said that a couple times. Is Snape still ejaculating? Probably. I really have got to get you to pick other words. Think again, you fucking muggle poser, Harry yelled, and then he and Diablo and Navel both took out black guns. I know you're quoting the story, but you gotta quote it nicer. Alright, look. Diablo and Navel both took out Blake guns. But Voldemort took out his own one. You guys are in a Latin standoff. Sorry, standoff. Yeah, this is exactly how Book 7 went down. I shouted despairingly. Despairingly. I know, she just predicted it right away. Echo Neville's wand. Sorry, Echo Neville's wand, cried Voldemort, and suddenly Neville's wind was in his hands. Now I shall kill thee all, and Evany, you will die. He made lightning come all over the place. Save us, Ebony, Dumbledore cried. I cried sexily. I just wanted to go to the conman room and slip my wrists with me friends while we watched Shark Attack 3 and Saw 2 and do it with Draco, but I knew I had to do something more impotent. Abracadabra! I shooted. Now would be a good time for everybody to find their nearest beverage of whatever sort. Tea, coffee, water, preferably alcohol at this point, and just take a big old swig. And you know, if you happen to have Gamer Girl bathwater and you want to take a drink of it, you know what? Today you can. Today we can drink Gamer Girl bathwater as a treat. We deserve it. Yep, she wanted to watch Shark Attack 3 and Saw 2 with her friends while slitting her wrists and fucking Draco. But she had to do something more impotent. Abracadabra. I shooted. And that's it. It's the end of the story. We don't get to find out what happens next. That's it. Does it work? Does she kill Voldemort with their abracadabra? Do they all die? Does Voldemort win? I don't know. I have no clue. Shark Attack 3 is a legit movie from 2002. Yes, Yes, it is. This story was written 2001, 2002, maybe. Compiled in 2008, at least. Let's see. All right, when did Harry Potter what was the name of that one? Half-Blood Prince come out. Is this the movie date? Movie. Okay. So she references this movie and says the other one's coming out. So somewhere between 2009 and 2010, this fan fiction was written. I assume 2008, maybe, now that I'm reading that. So we don't know how it ends. We have no idea. They did say movie. They did say, I'm so excited for the next movie. We're going to find out that I hope they're the same person, blah, blah. Yeah. My friend told me he's really emo in this book. So she was hoping that in Half-Blood Prince, yeah, she hoped that in Half-Blood Prince, Harry and Draco would make out. But she also already knew that Snape kills Dumbledore, because that was in one of these. But that was it. Maybe the ending of the movies. Maybe the movie came out and it was so devastating to her little brain that she had to stop writing. That she couldn't go on. In a kid's movie? Probably not. Oh, for sure, for sure. And by this point, her friend was telling her what was happening in the books, but only kind of. So none of her wishes came true. Wherever she went, she never came back. This will be the last chapter until I come back. She never came back. The ad campaigns by the Spoy Boys, they even made a cake. So fun fact, I was at a book release at like Walmart, middle of the night. Siblings, parents, the whole 9 yards. And we were walking out. Yes, we're free. We are. We were walking out of the Walmart, and these guys were like driving their car really fast through the parking lot. It was probably 11:30 at night. I think it was a school night. I don't know. And these guys sped past, and when they sped past, they shouted out the window, "Snape kills Dumbledore." Because everybody was doing it. Might as well. Will we ever truly be free? I think we will. I think we are finally free. Finally free of this fanfiction. I think that we, as a group, have overcome, have persevered, have just stuck it out and made it through. And I think we're finally free. I think we're finally in a place where we can begin healing at last. Maybe. Maybe there's something worse on the horizon. Maybe we will find another fan fiction that traumatizes us just as good. But that's actually going to do it for me. We reached the end of the fan fiction. You guys have been a lot of fun, despite the story, the masterpiece that we have all endured. And yeah, good job for sticking it out to the end. You posted a video in my Discord. Okay, I will check it out. I will check it out. For anybody unaware of the Discord, I'm going to drop this link one more time before we pop out of here. We are finally free. Finally at long last. I have not had dinner, so I'm actually going to take a break. And by break, I mean until tomorrow morning when I come back to stream. Some of us are not free. You can be free. You can. You can let yourself be free. The next Saturday that we stream probably won't be this coming Saturday. It'll probably be the one following because I will be in the process of moving this whole week, and next weekend will be the first weekend that I can actually go and do stuff because all of my stuff won't still be in boxes, hopefully. So, yeah. Anyway, I will be back in the morning, probably with Disney Dreamlight Valley or some other game that can really wash all this out. And then I will be back either Monday or Tuesday. I haven't quite decided if it'd be better to stream Monday and skip over Tuesday because the movers come Wednesday morning and I have to be ready for them. And then, of course, assuming the internet hookup goes well, we'll be back Thursday. Tuesday will be Monday or Tuesday. We'll be playing Wildflowers, which is so much fun. I am loving everything, and I still haven't even seen everything from the update. I don't know how to unlock it. I'm still working on all that. But I'll be back with more Ooblets on Thursday because that game is a lot of silly fun, and I'm having a blast with it. So, gotta get that going. Hopefully I'll have poor Snorlax set up to where he's less uncomfortable because, like, this is his arm. His other one's, like, way over here. He's just, like, leaning, you know? He's having a time. So we'll have to get him to a nicer place by the end of next week. So hopefully next Thursday he'll be in a more comfortable position. And then, of course, I should be back after that on Sunday, but we'll see. I might have to take all of next weekend off depending on how the move goes and how work goes. So thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in and joining me on the end of this journey. And hopefully we'll find something else fun to reach. But I think the next time we get together on a Saturday, it will be more Phoenix Wright because we still have one more case to go to finish that first game. So we're definitely going to be doing that the next time we get together on a Saturday, whether that's this coming Saturday, which I don't think it will be, or the next Saturday. And I'll keep it all updated on Discord or Twitter. Make sure that everybody's up to date with everything. So that way, if I have to take more than one day off, y'all will know. And if I just have to take one day off, y'all will know that too. Yada, yada, yada. So I'll keep y'all updated. I am, of course, Cookies and Cosplay on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, even though I don't really use Instagram and TikTok very much. But I do have them. I have posted on them. So Instagram is mostly cosplay, and TikTok is, well, me cooking while in cosplay. It's been fun. So might have to do that again. So we'll see. So anywho, like I said, thank you all so much for tuning in. I hope you have a wonderful, restful, relaxing rest of your night. Get something good for your tummy, get something to drink, and most of all, hydrate, because after that, we all need it. However you're gonna hydrate, we need it. And I really hope that I'll see everybody soon. Bye!